There's been a lot of talk today about how companies are more cautious at doing deals in an uncertain environment. And I'm joined now by Philip Whitchelo, who's Vice President of Product Marketing for M&A at virtual data room IntraLinks. Philip, you obviously have a good visibility over the amount of deals which are in the due diligence phase within Europe. What can you tell us about whether, how much time companies are spending doing due diligence compared with, say, last year?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Hello, Matthew. Yes, you're right. IntraLinks is pretty well positioned for commenting on due diligence in M&A transactions. We stand in the middle of about 4,000 M&A deals a year, which are facilitated on our platform. And I think the amount of time that companies are spending in due diligence is certainly getting a bit longer. I think several of the panelists during the forum today commented on that. We're certainly finding that our data rooms are being opened and are open for longer than was the case last year or actually in 2010. So I think buyers are being more cautious, sellers are finding it more difficult to get assets sold and obviously get the M&A process through to signing and closing. But I think that's all part of the sort of slightly more cautious and conservative world that we're living in at the moment due to the sort of global financial crisis and obviously the Eurozone debt crisis.
In spite of all that talk of uncertainty and crisis, there is an optimism here, particularly within Germany, from German companies, German private equity, that the future this year could look quite rosy for deal flow.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, I was here at the conference last year. I was speaking at a panel last year. I must say there's probably about 70 or 80 more people here last year, I think, than were here the previous year. I mean, I think there's probably up to 270, 280 people here this year. So I think, if that's any barometer of sort of confidence or optimism, then I think you're probably right. I think also Germany is a special case within Europe. We have to remember that Germany is the best performing economy in Europe at the moment. The GDP growth for Germany last year was 3%, which is double the euro area average. Germany has the highest level of industrial production of all European countries. The German stock market, although it was a negative performer last year, was the least worst performer amongst all the European stock markets apart from our very own United Kingdom. So I think there is a reasonable cause for optimism. Germany is a very attractive target destination for companies looking to buy assets, and we've had several landmark deals last year and this year. I mean, if I could just name a couple, ThyssenKrupp stainless steel business sold to Outokumpu of Finland. We've had the first emerging market deal of the year, which is a deal from the Chinese government coming into buying Putzmeister, which is a German industrial company. So there are certainly attractive assets in Germany, and I think people are seriously looking at doing further M&A.